Hello guys, it's Cat once again with Grimsoul. In this episode I'm going to go through some of the most valuable armor set that you can get in this game here, and some of them are something you can actually get a blueprint from. There's different kind of events you can get them from. Some of them are Christmas events, some of them are just new setups like this one right here where you can get good armor set, and all of these are available around. Not all of them give you a blueprint, but you can sometimes be very lucky to actually buy some of the blueprints inside of the main town. I gotta show you guys that in the last of this video, but first we're gonna go through all of them. The first setup that you want to be having when you're a new beginner in this particular game is of course this set here. This is suitable for all of the Taiwan area, these one skull areas. I do recommend you just use that. You can also use them inside of this one right here, where you can also get the loot from it. And to be honest, you can also use it inside of this one. This is a this is a skull 3 area, and even though that you might going to go with a little bit higher level, but you still have the possibility to do this run with this normal set. The lower set it is, the less the cost is it, but also some of the prices that you can actually get from wearing this set here are pretty damn good, because when you're doing the skull 3 area you can get all these loot you can see right here, good weapons, more drops on those. And when you're getting even higher and more familiar with this particular game, you're going to go to the Dungeon of the Forsaken. The Dungeon of the Forsaken will give you a crazy amount of new things here with perfect weapons, better loot on the armor set, and of course also a chance to level up your character's skill books. All of these books here are used for leveling up your character, and as you might going to see in my character is that I do have a crazy amount of points, but still not all of them are active right now. I can only have 10 of these active, and the more of these one right here that I'm actually using of these diamond slots here, I will be able to open up all of this. So now, let's see the other sets. In the Dungeon of the Forsaken and in the Tree Skull area, if you want to be more safe, I do recommend you get this suit here. This is what I call more, usable suit. It's more using leather in this one right here, so it's more armor protection in it. You can see every time you actually tap on this, how much protection it have, and we're going to look at the chest here. You don't need a full set every time, remember that, because you don't get extra points for having a full set on these normal sets. You need to get higher up to actually get special suitable sets that are costing exactly the same. Like you can see here, I'm using this night hunting hood and all of this full set every time, because this one right here is actually suitable not just for doing the Dungeon of the Forsaken, but also doing the skull 5 and 4 areas. That's normally where I use it. I can also use it in the 5 areas, but I do recommend 4 is better. And why I use this one right here is simply it does cost exactly the same. You can see here the same amount on these one right here is similar to these. No different in it, but the different in it is that when you have the full set, you can see you get a 2% extra chance of dodging. When you have this one on, you get 2% extra on this one, and so on. But when you have this full set, you're also getting increased movement on the speed in stealth mode, meaning when you're actually going slowly towards your enemy and try to hit them without getting noticed, this is still a walking person that's going to be faster. So this is one of the reasons why I think this suit right here is perfect, because it has a better dodge range, and of course it also gives you a chance for getting a more speed on your stealth mode. So this is why I recommend this. The different kind of other suits here, some of them are still costing the same, but when you have a full set of these one, you don't get a higher, some extra points in it. So this is why I don't actually recommend this. These pilgrim heads and pilgrim boots of all of these pilgrim sets here are just event upgrades. So it's only for making it more beautiful or more fancy running around this game. There's different kind of sets you can see here that have the same ability as the normal set. So yeah, it's all up to you guys what you really want to be using here, because it have no different in the cost. So it's all only about decoration. The next set is this one, and this is some of the higher, more pro players saying that you need to have on on this Dungeon of the Forsaken. Why are we going to talk about the Dungeon of the Forsaken? Because you're going to run this area about 100 to 200 times before getting all the items that you need for building different kind of things inside of your home base. You can also buy your way out of it if you actually don't want to be doing this. A lot of these things here can be bought and will be as working at the same time. It's nothing about how high level you are, but just remember at the higher level you are, the more health you get, and of course also more experience you might go to get in this game here as well. So I do recommend you just take it easy and try out a lot of things. But the Dungeon of the Forsaken, I do recommend that you also use this one right here. This is of course a normal set as well, but when you get a more upgraded one, you just need to see the difference between this one right here. We can compare with this one. There's still a different here. You can see the different is this one right here. This is enchanted, so when they're enchanted you have special ability, and this one right here is full immune from poison. That's a perfect set getting up when you do different kind of runs. Sometimes there's an event where there's rats that actually kind of poison, and every time they hit you, this set here is maybe one of the best one having. If you don't have all of the set, as you can see I don't have here, you might be lucky enough to actually buy them inside of the main town, but only when the Scarlet Hunt is online, because that's actually something that unlocked that ability. So let's just see, there's more sets here. I actually have the wizard here, the warlock set here. I don't have a full set on that, but you can see here the chance of avoiding slowing of attack and runs. This is something that can be used inside of Aegis ground. This is normally when she's coming towards you. That's actually a pretty nice set having. We also have this one right here. This have a 50% chance of avoiding stun. So this means that if someone hit you, instead of just standing, and normally you use that inside of this area here because you get hit sometimes by some of these guys that actually stun you. So that's a perfect set in that area. You also get an increase on the armor set by 30 for having this one on, and you can see this decrease actually get better every set you have here. So this one right here can also be good, but remember, getting these special kind of enchanted leather and different kind of items that are enchanted is not that easy, and not just something that drops all around. You can find them in different kind of areas. That's not normally getting them from this one right here, but you need to have it on a higher level area, and sometimes very hard areas like this one right here. This is actually one of the best areas getting the enchanted setup. I do recommend, if you want to be having an enchanted, you need to be ready to also do the Dungeon of Torture. So let's see here. This one right here is just the setup here, and the next big one, and you can see the difference here is, well, if we're going to compare the boots here, the pants, we can have a 95 in armor set, and we go up to 120 on the next set. So this is actually a normal set that everyone have. Pole helmet, bronze, and so on. All of these are using a lot of bronze ingots, and those are not that easy making. You need to have this one right here, and you also need to have other materials so you can actually build these one. Now you can see here, this set here doesn't have anything extra when you have it on, but the next set is the Sun Dragon set. The Sun Dragon set use, once again, enchanted and special kind of upgraded armors. These are the same like this one right here. You need to use these set here and then you construct them. But this one right here give you okay set actually on speed, so it will give you a decrease on the speed. If you're going to compare it to the other one here, it still have a better armor set, plus it also grant complete invulnerable to traps, meaning you can run around not getting hit by the trap. So this boots here are better than this one right here if you're doing the torture of the Dungeon of Torture, because there's crazy amount of traps in this area here, so be aware of that. This is actually, you can see all the videos that I have, and these are the enchanted things here, but these videos that I've been making on this area here is so hard in my opinion, because you really need to make sure that you have the right suit on for doing this. And this one right here is a perfect kind of boots, but as always when it's enchanted, it is hard to actually make, and going to take a lot of time actually collecting these items. The next one is the Great Helm, and of course the Scarlet Armor set. This is one of the things and one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video, because there's a lot of people talking about the Skulllet armor set, how to get it, the black one right here. I think it is a perfect set. This is, in my opinion, one of the most valuable one that when I started to build this one. And it takes a lot of time making these kind of items here, and a lot of them are drops or from events inside of the Scarlet Hunt. So when you have done all the Scarlet Hunt run here, you get enchanted special items here, but you can also get normal items. And as you can see here, you can actually collect a huge amount of this right here. You get 20 of these, 40 of these, and you keep on going like that. This is actually very valuable during the Scarlet Hunt events every time it's coming out. But this suit here, if we're going to compare it to something that I'm really proud of having, is this one right here. It has the same, and this is very important because this is the upgrade on this normal set here. This I just need a chest for having the full set, and this is a little annoying actually, don't have that. But this one right here will be only active with the extra set here. It's gonna give me a 30% chance of shooting second arrows when I'm having a bow or something, or crossbow. I can shoot a double up on that, plus 1% chance of dealing double damage when attacking. That's of course a good thing, and it doesn't cost me extra for this one right here. So it's actually comparing them, they're exactly the same amount for doing this one. So yeah, I need the gloves and the chest to make a full set of this. Now the sinister knight boots are still using some kind of enchanted, so if you want to be using that, just be aware this is going to cost you a lot of building, but it is a crazy set. It is first of all so fast, and this sinister set here is a chance of inflicting fear on the attack. This actually is a perfect set when you have this full set, because this one right here inside of the Dungeon of the Torture, you will get attacked by a lot of people here, a lot of enemies, and all of them, when they attack, they will get afraid of you. So if they run away because you have this scary, sinister knight boots on, or this particular set here, the full set, of course, only going to make sure that the bonus set is coming to a purpose. Remember, every set here that have this bonus is only working with a full set, so you need the full set for doing that. The next thing is this one right here. When we're gonna compare it still with the first one, there's no different here. So the full set of this one have the same cost on this one, but still have no different here. And the funny part is it is just looking better in some kind of way. If you want to don't look like a full armor set like this is more yeah, I don't know, just looking better in that way. I don't have the full set on this, so I can actually not show you guys. What I have the full set of is this one. I was using a lot of time actually getting this. This costs exactly the same again, and it have something that's perfect, because when it have the same cost of amount here, and I'm going to compare it with this one right here, where we have a chance of dealing double damage, plus we have 30% chance of shooting a second arrow. If you don't actually need that, this one right here is just perfect, better than making right now when I have this set than this normal set. They still have the extra slot. You can see an extra slot plus increase of movement speed in stealth mode. That's going to be very valuable when you're doing this full set here. The Crowd Spy armor set actually is also decreasing enemies' field of view, meaning when you have the full set on, you can see the enemies on the minimap even better, and you can, yeah, it is just better in some kind of way. And yeah, because all of the extra bonus here just give you a better chance for winning every area. So when you're doing this one right here, you can use that inside, and this is just very valuable to know if you think you can go on low level on this one right here when you're doing legendary areas here, when you're doing these hero modes area, heroic mode, whatever they're called. These one right here will give you extra chance for getting better drops, plus also better items. Some of these here are very valuable to get. This is one of the hardest thing in my opinion to getting this particular game. This is the bridle itself. This is worth so much when you get it, because that's going to open up so you can have the horse, and through the horse you only have the chance to get to these areas here if you have a horse, because you can actually travel by feet. You need a horse for doing that. So The last thing we're going to look at is this one right here. This is the new biggest set. This one right here have a crazy amount of cost, but also look at the armor set, comparing it with all the other ones, 180, and we go up to 240. This set here, I do use that. I use that when I'm doing this run right here into torture and the last area. I also use that sometimes against Eisenberg in this one right here when we're doing, sorry, this one, going toward this guy right here. And yeah, I can use it on many occasions actually. Different kind of them. Some of the highest level here on these one right here, skull areas. I don't use them on that because you don't need that high protection. You just need to be, yeah, running. So I just recommend in these areas 4 and 5. You can still use that in 5 as well. This one right here. If you have this one, this is a set that I use. It's funny enough, this high level actually need that low level suit, but that's going to be worth a lot for you. I normally take 2 of these suit with me and then go back and forth a couple of times in these areas here, looting from this area here to this area here. Just keep on repeating that, or this 4 right here and this one right here. These are normally the ones that I'm going at, and I'm only going to loot weapons because that's the most valuable thing for me when I'm doing high level areas. So let's see here. There's no more suits here that I do have for you guys to see, but I got something perfect here. This is actually the newest weapon I got here. Look at all of the other weapons that I have, but this one right here have a crazy amount of killing, 125, and now I have the chance for building it. The difference in it is that it needs an enchanted leather. Like I said, enchanted leather and different kind of items are hard to get. Sometimes you can get them in higher level areas as well, but you just still need to be doing more normal runs, not in these one right here, but these one right here, they are actually dropping better. So you can see them right here, enchanted leather are here, plus also the enchanted iron here, and it also drops inside of this one, the iron as well. What normally I get from this area here is the enchanted lumber that I'm also using for a lot of my materials that I'm actually building here. As you can see here, this one have a damage increase, depends on the armor and the lost health, meaning when you're lower level on your armor set, so when you're actually down here on your health, so you need to go down to about 20 or 40 or something like that, make sure you don't get killed, then you can hit even more powerful. So this one right here is better every time you're low on health. So this one right here can be used for bosses and so on. Just be aware, if you get hit one time and die, you lose everything if it's in these areas. So yeah, that's all for me for now, just a brief view on all the things. I promise you guys to show you guys a little thing here. When we have the Scarlet Hunt inside of this camp here, sometimes there's a guy that are selling items. This guy right here is giving items. This is a perfect area to also get crazy good armor set, and I would definitely do that if I was you. Remember, always tick this one right here so you get an extra thing, an enchanted and something. This is an XP upgrade. This is the guy, the quest master. This dude here does sell a lot of things, and also, like you can see here, the sinister knight design here. This is one of the good thing having. You also have the deserted hunter boots. We can have that right here, or this falcon gloves. I do have the falcon actually, so I don't think I do have the gloves here. So just be aware that you can buy the same things so that you already have. It's not so that it's not actually shown. Sometimes it is shown here. You've got the warlock boots, and you can see here inside of here. I don't have the warlock boots here, but I do have the warlocks here. But remember, warlock is actually special items, so it's not actually, in my opinion, something that will be good. Something I want to be working on, if I should do something, is the Sun Dragon set here, because this is a track on traps when that's a full set here. So that's very valuable, but still enchanted, making it harder for me to build. So if you want to be building something and you can buy it in this area here, I do recommend you actually buy, and this is one of the best suit. I cannot say anything that I'm using mostly, this one right here. And these are items that are dropped inside of level 1 skull area and 2 skull areas. Not the leather, but different kind of items. So there's a lot of things going on here in Grim Soul. This is just a little preview on what I'm normally using. Right now I'm just running around butt naked here, simply because I want to be using some of my sets before I'm doing more crazy runs here. So I hope you guys enjoy this. See you guys next time. I'm Cat. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and have a nice day. Bye guys. See ya.